Are you fully human? What if I told you, you might not be entirely human? It sounds impossible. But some scientists believe the blood running through your veins may carry genes from something not of this earth. For centuries, we've asked, where do we come from? Most trace humanity back to Egypt, Sumer, or ancient Mesopotamia. But what if they're all wrong? What if there was something before them all, a lost world, buried in water and time? A place that may hold the secret of your true origin. Today, we uncover the mystery of a forgotten super civilization. Mu, the first whisper. Before Egypt built pyramids, before Mesopotamia wrote the first laws, there was another name, one that history tried to bury. Mu. You won't find it in schoolbooks. You won't see it on maps. But over 100 years ago, someone claimed it was real. His name was Augustus Le Plongeon, an archaeologist who spent his life in the jungles of Central America. While studying Mayan ruins, he uncovered symbols, messages, secrets. He believed the Maya were not the beginning, but the last survivors of something much older. A continent, a mother civilization, a place that vanished beneath the sea. He called it Mu. And if he was right, then everything we know about where we come from is wrong. Mu rises from the sea. But the whispers didn't die with Augustus. They drifted east, to the temples of India. There, a British colonel named James Churchward was shown something no outsider was ever meant to see. Ancient tablets, hidden for centuries by a secret priesthood. They pulsed with symbols no one had read for thousands of years. Churchward did. And what he uncovered was forbidden. The tablets spoke of a lost world. Mu, a vast, radiant land in the middle of the Pacific. Not a myth. A civilization. 64 million souls. Airships that floated above crystal towers. Temples powered by the earth itself. A people who lived in balance with something greater. But then, a shudder. A scream. One terrible day and the ocean swallowed it whole. Mu vanished beneath the waves. No trace. No survivors. Only stories, carried like ashes on the wind, waiting to be heard again. Traces of the impossible. Mu was gone. Swallowed whole, like it had never existed. But what if the ocean didn't erase everything? What if pieces slipped through? Can a myth leave fingerprints? Off the coast of Japan, Yonaguni, massive stone structures, submerged beneath the sea. Perfect angles. Step pyramids. No one agrees how they got there or who built them. Farther out, scattered across the Pacific. Megaliths. Enormous stones stacked with impossible precision. No tools. No records. Just silence. And then the flood myths. From Polynesia to Peru. Different languages, different gods. Same story. A great land swallowed by rising water. A golden age turned to ruin. Is it coincidence? Or are these the bones of a lost world, still breaking the surface? A ghost continent that refuses to stay buried. Science vs. the unknown. The ruins are real. The flood myths are everywhere. But still science shakes its head. No Mu, they say. No proof. No continent. The Pacific Ocean can't just hide something that big. Tectonic plates don't lie. Continents don't vanish overnight. Case closed, right? But then, why do the same stories echo from every corner of the earth? Why do sunken cities appear where none should be? Why do ancient texts speak of a golden land lost to water? Maybe the ancients weren't imagining things. Maybe they were remembering. Fragments passed down in fire and stone. Whispers from a world that once was. Science demands evidence. But what if the truth is buried too deep? What if the pieces don't fit because we're using the wrong map? The genetic clue. Maps can lie, but DNA doesn't. When scientists studied the genes of some Pacific Islanders, they found something strange. A genetic marker with no known source. It didn't come from Asia. It didn't come from Africa. It came from nowhere. No migration path. No origin story. Just a missing piece floating in their blood. Where did it come from? Some call it an anomaly. Others, a mystery. But for those who still listen to the old stories, It sounds like something ancient is trying to speak. A third origin. A forgotten branch of humanity, long erased from the surface, but still whispering through our bones. Science shrugs. But the myths? They say it clearly. Mu. The genetic clue. Maps can lie, but DNA doesn't. When scientists studied the genes of some Pacific Islanders, they found something strange. A genetic marker with no known source. It didn't come from Asia. It didn't come from Africa. It came from nowhere. No migration path. No origin story. Just a missing piece, floating in their blood. Where did it come from? Some call it an anomaly. Others, a mystery. But for those who still listen to the old stories, it sounds like something ancient is trying to speak. A third origin. A forgotten branch of humanity, long erased from the surface, but still whispering through our bones. Science shrugs. But the myths? They say it clearly. Mu. What remains? Maybe Mu never existed. Just a legend, told and retold. Or maybe, it's not buried in soil or stone, but in us. In flood myths passed down through generations. In sunken ruins no one can explain. In the silent code written in our DNA. A mother civilization lost, but not forgotten. A world that lived, rose, and vanished, leaving behind nothing but shadows. But if even one part of the story is true, if Mu was real, then everything we've been taught about who we are and where we come from is wrong. And we're not the beginning. We're the echo, the aftershock, the legacy of something far older.